And finally tonight, birth rates are plummeting worldwide, according to a groundbreaking report in the Lancet Medical Journal. Last year, most countries are now below replacement rate. That's 2.1 children per woman, enough to replace the existing population with a bit of a buffer. In Hungary, public intellectuals and policymakers gathered for a two-day international conference to explore innovative solutions aimed at strengthening family life. Domonkos Pulay from Hungary reports.
Family is the basis for the survival of our nation.
That is Hungary's Minister for Culture and Innovation, Balázs Hankó, citing the country's constitution at the Family Formation and the Future Conference hosted by the Hungarian think tank the Danube Institute in Budapest earlier this week, focusing on the geopolitical, cultural and legal dimensions of demographic change.
We need strong families, and because we have strong families, it means that we will have a strong nation. And we need a strong Europe and a strong America.
As fertility rates continue to decline in many developed countries, Hungary is drawing international attention with its family-oriented policies. In Budapest, experts and policymakers from around the world have gathered to discuss how supporting families today can address long-term demographic challenges.
Hungary has really been on the forefront of the national and global discussion about declining birth rates. And they're the first country that has really put their money where their mouth is, to put it simply, willing to invest large policies focused on increasing the birth rate.
Emma Waters, a researcher at the Heritage Foundation, traveled from the United States to attend the conference and discuss the similarities and differences in the demographic landscapes of Hungary and the US.
What's been so interesting in the Hungarian context is that their outcomes have actually boosted marriage and reduced abortions by very notable margins, and yet the long-term impact on on the birth rates I still think is left to be seen. In the United States, there's been less of a focus on very precise federal policies and more of an emphasis on providing parents with the freedom and flexibility that they need to have the children they want.
EWTN.
Among many topics, the conference also emphasized the importance of beauty, a subject often dismissed as secondary to politics, economics and policy, which, according to Ashley and John Norona, professors at the Pontifical University of Rome, plays a vital role in shaping both society and the Church.
When we're talking about human flourishing, and as well as how do we create a family that flourishes, well, one way is to help all members of a family understand that it's that through beauty, not only do we get to have this moment of experiencing God Himself, who is authentic beauty, but also it's an opportunity for us who, in our own unique way, are artists of sorts. We're artists because we've been given this canvas, and the canvas is our lives.
Catholic morality is universal, so one can say it's not good only because it's taught by the Catholic Church, but it is good because the Catholic Church is the foremost expert on what helps human flourishing, because we base all our moral principles on two things: the dignity of the human person and human nature.
The central focus of the two-day conference revolved around the key question: what kind of future do we want for our children, and what role must the family play in securing it?
Children live what they learn. If you're, as a child, growing up where family is the norm, then you'll emulate that as you grow. And having a stable family is the bedrock of civilized society.
Melissa O'Sullivan is the Deputy Director of the Danube Institute. She believes that if governments prioritize funding technology and innovation, they should also invest in families to help build a better future for the next generations.
We subsidize all kinds of things through our public policy efforts in all the governments. We subsidize, one mentioned, electronic vehicles. Why wouldn't we subsidize family?
While there are encouraging signs of progress in family policy in both Hungary and the United States, only time will tell whether political, economic or cultural incentives can truly reverse the ongoing decline in marriage and family life that drives the broader demographic crisis. In Budapest, Hungary, Domonkos Pulay, EWTN News Nightly.